YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. Welcome to my channel. It is a cold 40 degrees this morning. Check out that telephone pole right there. Oh, I mean saguaro. Look how tall it is. It's taller than that telephone pole. That's what I meant to say. Somebody's blowing off their driveway or something over there. So loud. I saw that cactus and I said, oh, I gotta go check it out. That's what I do. Some of these I just driving along and I see something, I'm like, man, I gotta go check that out. Man, it's cold. I want to go look at this cactus over here. That is an annoying noise. I don't know what that is, a blower or something, but it's annoying. Look at this. The sun is trying to peek out today. I thought that was a lot bigger than what it was. It's actually just one saguaro. It's not that big. Normal size. I'm going to try to get away from that noisy guy. I got a video where I hiked to the very top of that mountain. There's a giant wooden cross up there. And it was probably this time of the year also. I'll put the link to that video in the description below in case anybody wants to go watch that hike. Man, I need to get a ski mask. The sun is trying to peek out. Or the sun simulator, whatever you want to call it. And it's very, very windy this morning. The wind is just shaking this cholla cactus. People tell me when I say it's cold in the videos, they're telling me, oh, that's not cold weather. You know, it's 8 degrees where I live. It's very hard to explain unless you live in Arizona. When you're so used to being heated up to 115, 120 degree temperatures, and then your body has to drop down to 40 degrees like it is this morning. You just can't adjust that quick. So used to being just hot all the time. Look at this. This is this. Teddy bear cholla cactus. Cholla cactus. Let's see the sun through there. Let's see. It's pretty strong too. This stuff burns so fast though. I've talked about these prickly pear cactuses before. Like this is the very short thorn prickly pear. Alright? It's a nice healthy looking prickly pear. And then right over here next to it is a prickly pear, but it's completely different. This one has the very, very long thorns. And look very, very similar, but the thorns are completely different. Now I have in my yard, I have two completely different, which I'll put a video up right here, prickly pear cactuses in my yard that I have never ever seen out in the wild, ever. You know, I'm looking for them today. I was just thinking about it today, and I'm like, well, there's the longhorn, longthorn ones, and then there's the short thorn, but I've never seen these other prickly pear cactuses out in the desert like I have in the video I'm showing. It's just, I don't know where these prickly pear came in my yard, just like the aloe vera. The aloe vera doesn't grow wild here in Arizona desert because it's not from Arizona. Somebody told me it's from Africa. And I don't know how I got aloe vera in my yard and how I got these two other different ones. one big barrel cactus. I'm 5'7" and this thing comes up to the middle of my chest. It's pretty big, pretty fat. And you see where the birds have picked at, try to get the seeds out of there. It's a big one. Big, healthy. Here's another big one right here. Must be getting a lot of water. There's a little saguaro right there. If you see lizards out running around, well then you know snakes can be out, but I haven't seen a lizard anywhere that I've hiked in 3 weeks. Because they're all, you know, like cold-blooded animals or something like that, reptiles. And the sun hasn't been out too much lately either. So definitely not worried about snakes right now. This is what I'm worried about. These things in my leg. Wind is blowing like crazy right now. And the swirl looks like that at the bottom there. It's pretty old. You hear the wind blowing up the swirl? The thing is moving around. It is very, very cold. It's getting tough to get up in the morning, come out here and do these hikes. These saguaros are amazing. It's just how the wind can just blow them around like that. The root system on these things. Hear that noise? I've never seen a saguaro fall over from the wind. Let's go look at this one. This has got a huge arm sticking out of the side. The root system on these suckers. Hope the camera's picking up that hissing noise. Look how fat this arm is, man. There's one big thick arm growing out of there. I say this was probably 30 feet tall. That is a pack rat den right there. Living in a palo verde tree. A dead palo verde. Sounds like frying bacon to me, that noise. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Here's two dead saguaros here. There's one right over here. This was made, this is a bird's nest. They hollow them out and they live in the saguaros. Woodpeckers. This This one is a lot. I'm really pushing on this. This one's really still firmly stuck in the ground. You can see the root right here. That's a root right here that goes out this way. Look how it comes out right here. That is one. Look at my hand. That is one big root. And there's another one right here. This side right here, look at from here to here, that's the root. Saguaros are amazing. Wow, here's another very, very tall. This is actually taller than me. I know it probably doesn't look like it. It curves. Probably a half an inch taller than me, and I'm 5'7", so you see my shadow. Well, it's probably more than half an inch, maybe 5 inches taller than me. This is pretty tall. Go up here, straight up. It's a barrel cactus. This is not a saguaro, although you might think it is. You can tell by the hooks, the curved. Saguaro thorns do not look like this at all. This is just one tall barrel cactus that's gotten a lot of water. It's a good 6.5 feet tall if you factor in the curve right there. Here's the thorns on the saguaro cactus, completely different than a barrel cactus. Although this looks the same, similar, but not the same. And this is one tall freaking saguaro. I got my head so far tilted back, I can't even see the tip up there. And it's just swaying. One of these days they're going to get some wind, I'll be out here filming and it's going to go snap and the top's going to snap right off. These things can get to be up to 800 tons. This one I don't think so. I'm talking about the ones with all the arms on them and stuff like that. Massive, the giants of the desert. I was looking at my phone. Oh man, he's gone. Oh man, he's gone. I heard something coming behind me. It was a freaking coyote. He got to right here, he turned around, right here. He turned around and he ran that way. he stopped right there. When I turned around, he just stopped like that right there. I was standing right there. He looked at me and I looked at him, and then I took a step toward him and he ran that way. Man, I wish I had a freaking camera on. I was like, what is that noise coming up behind me? Let me see if I can get over there. He ran that way. Oh man, he ran away fast. I was busy talking on my cell phone to my wife, and my back was facing him. I think he was shot just as much as me because I was standing still. I wasn't even moving. He was a pretty dog, man, pretty coyote. I don't know where he went. That's why I don't listen to headphones when I'm hiking. Look at this cactus here. So I want, even with these this beanie I have on covering my ears, I always want to hear what's coming up behind me and stuff like that. And I just thought it was the wind at first, like, because it just sounded like something going like that, brushing through the bushes and stuff. I wanted to get him on video. It was so funny. No, I wasn't scared, if anybody's wondering. Did you get scared? No, it's just, when I see a coyote, I just think of it's just a dog. You know? I'm not scared of dogs. So I've been trying to, for the last 15 minutes, trying to see if I can find him. Man, he took off fast. It's funny because even being out here in the desert and you see a wildlife like that, especially when you got your back turned and you turn around and it's looking at you and you're looking at it, the thing that comes to your mind is, I don't think, well, that's a wild animal. That's the closest I ever had a coyote come up to me. You know, and there's housing complexes right over here. It's not too far away. You know, it's not like I'm way out in the middle of nowhere. And first thing I think is, oh, look at that dog. Then the next thing I think is, well, that's not a dog, that's a coyote. Right? And he's very, very close to me. You know, I was really busy talking to my wife, that's why I always tell my wife, stop texting me when I'm freaking hiking, I gotta focus. Right? And I heard something coming up through bushes, you know, like brushing and like this, but it's so windy out here, I'm thinking, well, man, the wind is blowing really strong. And it wasn't until I heard him do that stop like that, when he stopped, I think that's when he noticed me. That's when I turned around and him and I locked eyes, and he probably thought the same thing as me. Like when I looked at him, I thought, oh, look at that dog. And then because they look so much like dogs, and then it kicked in, that's not a dog, that's a coyote. I had my camera in my pocket. I grabbed my camera, I took a step towards him, and I had to flip open the little side thing for the camera to turn on. And as I started walking towards him, he turned and he took off running in that direction. I walked all over this area trying to find him just to see if he's like still running and stuff like that. But when he was running off, he was like zigzagging as he was running. So who knows? He could have zigzagged and end up way over there somewhere. Who knows where he is? But he definitely was not expecting to see me. I was like, dang it, man, I wanted to get him on video. I've never seen a coyote in this area. There's times when I walk around just with my camera on, when I'm out like this, just walking with the camera on, and I never see anything, and then as soon as I turn the camera off, you know, I see something. And it takes 3 or 4 seconds for the camera to turn on when you flip open the little side thing. Man, he was a beautiful coyote. I don't see him. I've been walking everywhere looking around. So usually I don't like to talk about wildlife unless I can catch them on video, and then I can say, well, look at that coyote, or look at that snake, or look at that roadrunner. I'm pretty sure I did not catch him on video, other than the tracks that he left in the dirt. I don't even know where those are. I was going to go back and try to find them, but I've physically run around all this whole area trying to find him, and that probably scared him off. He probably heard me running after him. He's not the first coyote that I've encountered out while hiking, though. He is the closest one, though. I will say that, because let's say I was right here, right this line right here, and he was about this area here, right? So here's this line and here's that line. That's about, I don't know, about 10, 12 feet. And I had my back, I was looking down at my phone, my wife's talking to me, and I'm listening to the wind and everything. I heard that, I heard all the brush running through the bushes and stuff like that coming up behind me. But I didn't think nothing about it. It wasn't until he did that sudden stop that I turned like this. And sure enough, he was standing like right there. I reached for my camera and I started going towards him, and then he took off. And the whole time I'm like, come on, camera, turn on, because he's like zigzagging. It gets frustrating when I see something and I can't catch it on video. I don't have to go back and watch the video. I know I didn't catch him on video. It's exciting though, man. It's exciting feeling to see wildlife though. No, I'm not scared and I'm not worried. Because I know just by the reaction that he gave me when I turned around and he's like, oh crap, what is that? Right? He was shocked because I was standing completely still, so, and he's busy running, right? Looking for whatever he's looking for. And when I turned around, that's when it startled him, and his whole facial expression, I wish I had it on camera. I was telling my wife, listen, I'm hiking, I don't want to be chit-chatting, I want to focus. I'm telling her all this stuff, and then the dog, the coyote, and then I text her back because she kept texting me after I was chasing after him, trying to see if I could catch him on video. Look at all them birds. And then I told her, listen, I told you, don't text me when I'm hiking. And there was a coyote standing, and she's like, oh my God, a coyote, and you know how wives get. Don't be careful, it might have rabies. If it had rabies, it wouldn't have stopped in its tracks. It would have still kept coming towards me. It would have been snarling and stuff like that. No, this coyote definitely was scared. It's not like I said, it's not the first coyote or wildlife. I've been on hikes where I've seen javelina maybe 50 feet from me, and deer and bobcats. I'm an experienced desert hiker, so I'm not scared of the wildlife. Because I understand that they're more scared of us than we are of them. Especially me, I'm not scared of them. I wanted to get it on video. He was a healthy looking coyote too, man. Nice, fat, probably a female. Alright, well that's going to be my video. If you like these kind of videos, smash that like, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. It don't cost anything, it's free. And like I said, I'll put the video to that hike that I did up that mountain right there. I call that the Close Encounter Mountains. It took me a long time to get to the top. I actually hiked up from this side. I went up there, climbed up that big rock right there, got all the way to the top up there. And it was a very cold morning like this morning. So if you haven't subscribed already, smash that subscribe button. It don't cost anything, it's free. Like always, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Remember, treat people kindly, treat them the way you want to be treated. And I'm gone. I'm gone.